Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Popcorn and Coffee Table Talk. We're still covering Obi Wan Kenobi, episode
Yep.
4. I'm your host, Jesse, and with me, as always, on the other end of the screen, Jazel. How are you?
Good. How you doing today?
I'm not too bad. Can't complain.
That's good.
We are in the final stages of moving. You can't really
Nice.
see, but there's nothing in this room with me. Just me.
It looks pretty bare. There's nothing on the walls.
Just me and you. So we're jumping right back into the Kenobi series. There's only 2 episodes left.
Yeah, it's going fast. When they release those first 2 on the same day, it makes it go by.
I know, it really does.
So much
6
faster.
episodes it's a lot when in terms of when you think it like, okay, they're 45-minute episodes, but
Right.
it's really not that much, especially when you look at like Stranger Things. Part 1 was 7 episodes, so that season as a whole is going to be 14. Like, that's vastly different in terms of
Right.
telling a story.
Right. And yeah, you look at Stranger Things episodes and they're like an hour and 15 minutes a piece, and these are 44 minutes a piece.
I know. How do you think that's impacting this show?
I think it's fine. And if you look at it, even from like a film standpoint, most movies are only an hour and a half or 2 hours. Star Wars movies are about 2.5 hours, probably. You're looking at a little longer. But so you're getting really a little over almost 6 hours of footage with a film with the TV series. So you're still getting enough time to build a story. It's plenty of time. I don't think it's too short. It seems that way because it's a TV show, but
do you think it's good?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Let's just jump into this episode because
Okay.
What were your thoughts on this one?
This one probably kept my attention a little less than the other 3. There were elements I liked about it. I was glad we got to see Obi-Wan's lightsaber finally him use that. That third sister, though, she's pretty hit or miss each episode with me. Like last episode, I thought she was fine. This episode, I was like, ugh, some of the lines she said. It's like, really? That's what you want to say here? That's the best you got?
I think the writing is not great, but Star Wars movies as a whole, in terms of the characters' dialogue, sucks, and it sucked for a long time.
Right.
So I that doesn't surprise me. I thought this one was boring. I thought this episode was boring. I didn't think Leia was going to stick around for the entirety of the show. Apparently, this show's just as much about Leia as it is Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
And I really think that's doing a disservice to his character. I really do, because we're taking focus away from him for 50% of the episode.
Right.
And yeah, the few scenes we get of him actually doing Jedi stuff is good, and it's really good. The few times when you could tell the Force was starting to come back to him, and he's even like relearning how to use the lightsaber, which is I think a little bit ridiculous, but those scenes, I'm like, yes. Like when he's holding that wall back before the water comes in, I'm like, yeah, give us more of this.
Yeah.
But we're just not getting that. And the whole overarching narrative of this story, I don't really care about.
Yeah. It should be titled like Obi Wan Kenobi / Princess Leia.
I mean, and it's only Leia in name only, you know what I mean? Because like, did we really need her backstory of when she was a child? I mean, is this doing anything to help the character of Leia Organa that we know from the movies? Not really. It's not really adding anything interesting. Okay, yeah, she's just as cocky at 10 as she is at 20 or whenever that next movie is, A New Hope,
Right.
But I'm just like, okay, but what's the point? What are you trying to do?
I think really she is just Leia is just the piece so they could tell the story for Obi-Wan when they probably could have done anything else.
I mean, yeah, I would have thought it would at least have been tied back to Luke, at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Luke's a nobody, I was hoping to get some old Joel Edgerton, some other stuff going on, and we're not getting any of that.
Yeah, and I don't think we will. at this point. I mean, two
I don't
episodes
know.
left.
2 episodes left.
And there's so many times that the third sister could have had a fight. Like this time, there should have been a fight.
Yeah, you'd think there would have been something, because some sort of minor lightsaber fight that he could have gotten into. I think he can hold his own against any of the what are those guys called?
The Inquisitors.
The Inquisitors. I think he can hold his own against any Inquisitor. That's not even a battle.
Right.
But like, Vader was there the whole time. It seems like
Apparently.
he was there the whole time. How did he not sense that Obi-Wan was already there? Like,
Yeah.
it's just, you're asking us to suspend a lot of disbelief on it, and it's just like, okay, well, you're not giving me enough to actually get that invested in it, unfortunately.
Yeah. And it's like she's got the third sister's got these strong force abilities. I mean, we've seen that through the first few episodes. And they're running, getting on that the ship, the whatever. Why could she have not like forced them back or like choked them or something? And then she's like chasing them, and then she stops as they're getting on the ship, and then that other ship comes in and starts shooting at her, but yet she doesn't get hit. She just gets frustrated and then backs away.
I'm really struggling with that because the whole show has felt so confined that everything the characters are doing, they have to do to make sure that we get to the next episode. And that's very obvious. Like in the last episode when Vader's like dragging Obi-Wan through the fire, and then he puts the fire out, and then that other woman starts a fire, and Vader's just like, oh, I guess I can't do anything because there's it's just like, okay, what is the fire hindering him from doing at all? And it's just, well, the plot needs him to not chase him for the next episode,
Yeah.
And every episode kind of ends where it begins, just in a different location. It's just like,
right.
But you're not. Yeah, go ahead.
It's weak writing, is what it is.
And it really is, and I think that's Star Wars in a nutshell, unfortunately. Movies and TV shows. I'm so over back to tanks. I don't know why every episode has to have a back to tank in it.
Yeah, they've gone hardcore with that in the last 2 series. Well, since not Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
And now in Obi-Wan we're seeing it. So I'm sure in the Osaka series we'll see it.
That and the spice.
Yeah.
Just hitting those things heavy. And I don't understand why this place is important either. I can't remember the name of that world, the water world with the one time. Like, it was introduced in Rise of Skywalker. Because that's where Palpatine was.
Yeah.
Right? That's where Palpatine was in Rise of, and now all of a sudden I'm supposed to care about this place because Palpatine was there in Rise of Skywalker, even though this is all way before that. I'm just like, I don't care. This isn't, it's whatever to me. It's not cool. It's not cool. It's just like, meh, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Like I was excited. I don't think the show's the worst show. It's just more the writing and stuff in it. I don't know.
And the Obi-Wan stuff is good, but it's few and far between and not very compelling.
No.
It just isn't. I like seeing him back. I like seeing him do his thing, but it's just like, okay, well, you could have put this into one 40-minute episode and just given me that and been like, okay. Yeah. At least that would have left me wanting. I only can compare this to Stranger Things right now because these two came out so simultaneously. And Stranger Things all dropped at once, and I could have binged it in one night, and I didn't. I drug it out for a few nights. But like, that show and those characters are so well written. It drags you. It leaves you wanting more.
Right.
And with this show, I'm like, oh, it's Wednesday. Another episode dropped. I have to. And not that I have to, but it's just like I forget it exists until Wednesday comes around. Then I'm like, oh, I got to watch another one.
Yeah.
But I don't think about this show after we're done recording it.
No, definitely not. Although I haven't really thought about any of the shows after we've done. I didn't think Book of Boba Fett. I didn't think about it. I didn't think about Moon Knight.
I still think about Moon Knight.
We didn't do Mandalorian but when those shows came out from week to week, I was excited from week to week.
Yeah.
I was, but
It just still makes me question the platform of these streaming shows. Is this worth it? Is it? I like Marvel does it well because it fits the comic book kind of feel. Okay, you can give us a little mini series, introduce characters. But I think Obi-Wan would have been best deserved in a 2.5 hour movie, where it has a rise, it's got a climax, and it's got a fall. There's actually one solid story, because this just doesn't feel like it's doing anything.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they should do like a compilation of just Star Wars, just call it like Star Wars Tales, and then have like hour-and-a-half episodes or like hour and 15-minute episodes of like different characters that we want to see. And you can just show them, like, you could have been like, hey, this is what Obi-Wan's doing right now from this time to this time. This is what Boba Fett is doing. This is what, and just every episode is just something different. Kind of like that what's that Netflix show? Black Mirrors. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, yeah.
Which is every episode just its own thing. Nothing's connected.
Yeah. And that's fine. Or you just start giving us more like the Andor series that's coming out. I think I'm a little bit more excited about that, but just start giving us, and I don't even care about his character. Give us characters that I know nothing about. So then I can't be disappointed in them, at least.
Right. Or give us something new. That's the thing. Like Mandalorian, that's a whole new Star Wars story. They did great with that. But yeah, so far we've seen with Boba Fett, now with Obi-Wan, and we're probably going to get the same thing probably with Andor. These are characters we've already seen in movies. We know what happens to them.
Yeah.
So you're just filling us in on stuff that happened previous that do we really care about? No.
I think it goes back to the writing again, too, like you said, because you point out The Mandalorian, which is probably some of the best Star Wars content to come out in a while. And I'm including the sequel trilogy because those are just okay at best. But
Yeah.
Jon Favreau is behind those. He's writing those series. He writes the stories. He wrote a lot of stuff for Marvel. He's a phenomenal writer, and he knows how to care for the specific type of content that it is. Okay, he's writing Marvel stuff, it's Marvel stuff. He's writing Star Wars stuff, it's Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, but he was behind the book of Boba Fett too. He is his hand in the Star Wars stuff for
You're
Disney.
right.
His hand's heavy. Like they've basically given that to him and been like, you do this. This is your thing. He's the what's the guy's name from Marvel? Kevin Feige of Star Wars right now. Like he's that chairman or whatever.
Well, no, that's what's her name? Kathy
Bates.
Lee Gifford. Kathy something. What's she doing these days?
I don't know.
She kind of committed suicide, not literally.
Social suicide?
So what is it for your job?
Career suicide.
Yeah, career suicide. She did with the Trump head. Anyways, Kathleen Turner. It's Kathleen Turner. That's who it is. She's the head of Star Wars.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
For some reason, I thought Favreau was, but
no, it's her, and she's bad at it.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and everybody else's reviews are just middling too. It's just a whatever show. It really is, and that sucks.
Yeah.
It's better than Boba Fett, but that's such a low bar.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. We got 2 episodes left to go. It's probably gonna meh, and what it'll be.
I hope we get one more good Star Wars or one more good lightsaber fight, but if nothing else.
Well, that's what's bad. The lightsaber fight's going to be between Obi-Wan and Third Sister, which I don't care about. I don't know why she's got such a beef with Obi-Wan.
I don't either. I think it's all about daddy to her.
Vader's not her daddy.
Vader's all their daddies.
Oh, well.
Everything they do is for Vader. They're all trying to get his attention so they could be the Grand Inquisitor. But it's just annoying more than it is anything.
Yeah.
I thought Vader was almost going to kill her in this episode.
I was hoping. I was like, that would be a shocker. I would have been shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. What I expected was he's going to let her. And then she said, well, I planted a bug on him. This was my intention the whole time. She's like, again, that's just so lazy. That's just so in the next episode, we can be somewhere else. Like, that's the only reason. So the show could have ended there if you'd have just it's whatever. It's whatever.
Yeah. Don't overthink it. Anyways.
Anything else to comment on it?
No, let's take us home, I think.
Yep.
All right. If you like what you hear, you can head over to YouTube at Popcorn and Coffee and leave us a review, comment, and please subscribe. You can also listen to our weekly podcast, Popcorn and Coffee, at Apple Music. Like and subscribe there. We are also on Google Podcast and Spotify. And head over to Instagram. Check out our Instagram page where we will be posting entertainment updates for movies, TV shows. We're going to start doing weekly trailer reviews. I think I have one up now on my Instagram at Jahaziel Good for the new Mission Impossible trailer. You can check that out.
There you go.
So
write a comment down here below and let us know what you think of the Obi-Wan series. Is it living up to all of your expectations? Not. If it is, great. I'm happy for you. But that's all for today.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.